Welcome to the Bourbon Van. I'm Phil.
I'm Julie. It's time to cross the finish line.
Grumble.
Day 23 of this Advent tournament. That means there's only one more day after today, and that's the one when we announce the winners and we pour some eggnogs with a couple of bottles from this competition and see which one of us can choose a better mixer for our eggnog, and that's it. These have beaten all the other bottles in the tournament. We started with 32 apiece. I'm just going to introduce the bottles today and we'll get right to it because once again, I'm going to taste mine, Julie will taste hers. We're going to do this pretty much off camera. We'll come back with our tasting notes. We'll let you know what we chose so that you don't have to sit here and watch this for an hour. Let's start with Julie's. We've got Booker's Tagalong Batch 2021-02, 127.9 proof, 6 years, 5 months aged from Jim Beam. That's a $70 bottle. And up next for Julie is the Calumet Farm Single Rack Black 15-year aged bourbon, 105 proof. Western Spirits produces that brand, but it's actually a Barton 1792 sourced spirit. Julie bought me that $130 bottle for my birthday, and now it seems like it's your birthday over here. I'm fine with it. I'm just glad somebody's enjoying it. And for me, Four Roses Single Barrel Strength Oregon Pick OBSV is the yeast strain, 118.8 proof, 9.5 years aged from Four Roses, of course. An $80 bottle we got about a year ago, so the 2021 version hopefully will be coming out very soon. And finally, it's the bottle that will be given away to the 2 overall winners of this tournament and to the 2 highest scoring Patreons in this tournament. Thank you once again, Nevada H&C Distilling, who came on board after we started this thing and said they were going to give away the top 2 bottles. So Smoke Wagon Bourbon, Nevada H&C Distilling, saying thank you so much. And this is the small batch bourbon from Smoke Wagon, 100 proof, aged 4 to 5 years roughly, from Nevada H&C Distilling. $53-ish what you get this one for, and that's MGP juice inside the bottle, aged in Nevada. So Nevada, Kentucky.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I'm not upset about my matchup today, and to be perfectly honest, I don't really care who wins.
Let's get to the nose on these, and we're gonna, like I said, do our tasting, and we'll be back to let you know what we think. All right, one last cheers to start this thing off.
Cheers. Cheers.
Dry oak, red fruit, white and brown sugar. There's a lot happening here. I'm sitting here with my 2 glasses all excited.
Oh.
Good grief, if that doesn't deserve to be here. Holy cow, is that good.
It's just wonderful.
It's just wonderful. We're not even drinking the same thing, but I am so in love with glass number 1.
Oh, crap. Ooh, this is going to be harder than I thought it was going to be.
It ought to be hard. It's the final.
I know. And I know they're both delicious. Yikes. They're so good. They're so good.
I'm going to drink these down to see where they wind up. But right off the bat, I've got somebody that's in the lead kind of by a huge margin.
Wow, that's awesome. That is awesome. I came into this thinking it doesn't matter which one I choose. They're both winners in my... I mean, they're not both they're both winners, but they're not going to be the winner.
Yeah, they're both second place or better.
Yeah, but I also thought that when I compared them that I'd be like an immediate, oh no, this is the one. I want to hoard them.
It's supposed to be hard.
Okay, I think I'm ready.
All right, tell me all about it.
All right, so here's the breakdown of both of my glasses, and then I'll bring you to the final.
Okay, all right, great. I feel like I'm going someplace. Let's do it.
Okay, my glass number 1, rich caramel, cigar, a slight cherry sweetness, nice and toasty, and then I wrote, it wraps me in a hug.
How nice is that?
I know.
Jeez.
I really liked it.
Yeah.
But glass number 2, I also very much liked.
Sure.
Sugary sweet, nice warmth, brown leather, toasted oak, a chocolate peanutty finish, a little roasty.
That sounds great.
I know.
So what are you choosing?
Glass number 2, the more that I drank it, the more that nuttiness started coming out.
Sure.
And that's not really my favorite profile. Whereas my glass number 1, I wrote down, I seriously can't find anything offensive.
Well, that's great.
Yes. I actually am really excited about moving forward my glass number 1, even though That's not generally something that I would enjoy. As you know, I'm a 1910 girl. I love all of that beautiful desserty banana sweetness.
Sugary sweetness, sure.
This glass spoke to me in this tournament. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the point of the bottle that we're at, but she deserves a win.
That is the Super Good Glass, is that right?
It is.
The Super Good Glass, which is available in our online store at www.thebourbonman.com.
Oh,
let's
hilarious.
see here. I got to go a couple pages over to find it. Super Good Glass, day 23, final. Your champion for 2021 Advent Tournament is Calumet Farm 15 year.
And the reason I'm like reluctantly pleased about it is because you know how I feel about expensive bottles, and you know how I like to be a cheap date.
I do.
And I literally went with the most expensive bottle, which is my only annoyance.
Again, that's the bottle that you got me for my birthday. We kind of slammed that bottle and said it wasn't worth the money at the time. I'm still not convinced that it's worth $130.
No.
But it is a very good whiskey. It is very tasty, and
I'd like to see it at 90, and then I'd be like hearts and flowers.
Well, it's funny that you say that because we got this Booker's for 70 in Indiana, but we buy it here in Oregon for 90. So honestly, those were two of the top 4 most expensive whiskeys in this tournament anyway.
Wow.
So the 130 at this point, it's not that big of a leap, and I don't think you should have anything to feel bad about because it is really good whiskey.
I cannot believe it. Cal Farm 15. Holy smokes, delicious.
It's great. That is the most unexpected thing that could have happened in this tournament.
I don't know who had that going for me. Probably one person.
Well, I'm writing one more tasting note that I just got on my whiskey. I can tell you that both of these have an incredibly soft and round mouthfeel. They linger on the finish. They both have lovely oak. I think this is the best oak in the tournament. Mm-hmm. It hits my palate perfectly. And finally, they're both extremely satisfying, which I thought that this was going to be a really, really difficult decision, and that's why glass 2 I drank all the way down. I had to get to the bottom of it because I wanted to know, is anything going to change in it? Because right off the bat, glass 1 had this one. Mm-hmm. So glass 2, what I got, caramel, spice, really cinnamon more than anything else. Red fruit, they both have red fruit. Brown sugar, just more oak all the time. And it was a touch bitter, but not much. The burn on that is a little intense. I don't really mind that too much. I was nitpicking, like you said, I was looking for trouble. And that was where I found it, that was it. Glass 1, on the other hand, sugary, raspberry, strawberries, creamy vanilla frosting, dried oak, and brown sugar on the finish, which, what a way to finish a sip, to have oak and brown sugar just hanging around like that was great. But as I went back to that glass, apple and cinnamon, like a baked sort of like cinnamon apple sort of thing going on. I kept getting that. At one point I got strawberry kiwi on that.
I love it.
Fruit just kept popping out of that glass. I couldn't believe the flavors I was getting. And the last note that I wrote down just now was a buttery finish that's actually like unsalted butter. For the overall experience, the satisfaction, the huge flavors, the aroma, and everything in tandem creating kind of the perfect sip. It's glass 1 for me.
You have me sold. I am smiling from ear to ear. Like the way that you express
You don't always do that when I'm talking.
No, but the way that you express that, I was like, I want to drink whatever you're drinking.
Let's have more of it, whatever it is. Glass 1 is my super good glass. Again, available at www.thebourbonman.com. What a salesman I am.
I love it. It's Christmas time.
Really impressive stuff.
All right. Super good glass.
Yes.
Your winner for the 2021 Advent Whiskey Tournament is Smoke Wagon.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, I'm glad we put her in, huh?
I suspected as I was sipping it that it was going to be the Smoke Wagon. It's just huge flavors. Oh, look who's here for the finish. I know that people are going to look at this bottle and go, well, it was the sponsor. Of course, you had to choose it.
But honestly, we didn't know that at the beginning.
We didn't know they were sponsored, and I didn't even know that it was this bottle. The last 2 rounds I was picking by my palate. Yeah. I honestly had no idea. So.
And the reason it's in the tournament is because it was one of my, I need to see how delicious it is. I thought it would go to the final for me. Ironically, that one should have gone to the final for you.
It's true. It's just how it shook out. And this bottle, by the way, we thought we were buying the uncut, unfiltered. This was an accident.
I know, and I love it.
We weren't sure what we were going to do with it. We threw it in this tournament and found out we absolutely love this bottle. So this was such a fun tournament. Join us tomorrow.
Big reveal.
Big reveal. We have to run the numbers and see who actually won this thing.
Yep.
Both the overall winners and the Patreon winners. So join us tomorrow. We'll be drinking eggnog. We will decide what the best bottle for eggnog is from this tournament.
Phil is 1-0.
1-0. We'll see how that goes. And again, we'll announce the winners, and we can't wait. But we just have to say thank you so much for sticking with us during this tournament for 23 full days and hopefully 24 tomorrow. If you can find time on your Christmas Eve to spend a little time with us, we'd love that. The channel continues to grow and to wow us, and you continue to be the best community on the planet. So thank you so much, WhiskeyTube. Thank you so much to everyone who filled out brackets and participated and watched and followed along. We can't thank you enough. If you enjoyed spending your holiday season with the Bourbon Van, we encourage you to join us on Patreon, where you can support us for as little as $3 a month. Join us on Instagram at the Bourbon Van, and from wherever we are.
To wherever you are.
Cheers.
Cheers. See you tomorrow, guys.
I'm gonna get some sleep.